Dear Patriots, please subscribe to our patriotic channel. Like and share this video so your friends can see it. Thank you. Fearing death, WikiLeaks Julian Assange releases password to large cache of Hillary files. You can bet after the news of the Russian Clinton-Obama collusion broke on Tuesday about all the extortion, bribery and money laundering, that WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is feeling a little bit edgy. After all, Assange has been telling Americans for years Hillary Clinton was corrupt and evil, and colluded with the Russians. Too bad not many Americans listened. Now more truth is coming out and WikiLeaks' Assange was right all along. It's suspected that Hillary Clinton could be on the verge of being totally exposed by the release of more compromising and revealing files held by WikiLeaks, based upon the recent posting of a rather cryptic set of letters and numbers on Twitter by founder Julian Assange. Wouldn't that be awesome? Clinton was recently in Australia to promote her book What Happened? About the 2016 election, and reiterated her belief that WikiLeaks and Assange, who she termed a nihilistic opportunist who does the bidding of a dictator, according to the International Business Times, were in league with Russia and partially to blame for her electoral loss. Assange replied via Twitter, "WikiLeaks has a pristine record for accuracy. HRC is not a credible person. The primary cause of her downfall was her own Machiavellian scheme to elevate Mr. Trump, Pied Piper." The tweet contained a link to Clinton's interview as well as a link to latest WikiLeaks dump exposing Russian interests. Less than 20 minutes later, Assange tweeted what many believe is an encryption code or dead man's switch that would ensure the release of certain files by third parties, or even automatically by a computer program, in the event of his being detained or killed prior to his own determination of when to release such files. About an hour and a half later, Assange posted one more tweet regarding Clinton that some suspect hinted at what the prior encryption code could be the key to unlock. There's something wrong with Hillary Clinton. It is not just her constant lying. It is not just that she throws off menacing glares and seethes thwarted entitlement. Watch closely. Something much darker rides along with it. A cold creepiness rarely seen, Assange tweeted. Of course, the posting of an encryption code that could possibly unlock secret files revealing damning information about Hillary Clinton has fueled conspiracies, but the Times noted that Assange has posted such encryption codes several times in the past as a sort of insurance safeguard prior to a massive document dump. Interestingly, a site known as the Duran documented a series of tweets from Fox News host Sean Hannity in reference to Assange, most notably one a week prior to Assange's cryptic tweet that read, T-7 and counting. Tick, tock, quite possibly a knowing reference to an upcoming document dump. Of course, we all know who Hillary Clinton hates the most next to Donald Trump, and that's WikiLeaks. After all, it was WikiLeaks that exposed most of her corruption to the public. Even though, if you asked Hillary Clinton, she would insist that WikiLeaks is nothing more than propaganda backed by the Russians to make her look bad. Hillary Clinton is such a pathetic liar. Hillary and the Democrats used this whole Russian propaganda and all the fake news of the Russia-Trump collusion to deflect away from the real truth about the real Russia-Obama-Clinton-Mueller, and several others, collusion. Pretty sad that all of these Democrats would put money over America's own national security. That's the real and sick truth. There is so just much disgusting swamp to drain in Washington, D.C. President Trump can't do it alone. The sad part is that this swamp isn't just filled with Democrats. Republicans are just as guilty. Speaking of guilty. When are the real criminals going to pay the price? From Hillary Clinton and her pay-to-play scandals to the Uranium One deal, someone needs to pay the price, other than the American taxpayers. How does Hillary Clinton continue to be involved in these enormous crimes and nothing happens? It's one filthy deal after another. My gut tells me that until Trump can clean out the Obama leftovers, there will continue to be members of the swamp in his own administration. The drain is backed up and clogged with Democrats. It's time to drain the swamp. In the meantime, I would look for another WikiLeaks dump by Julian Assange to come very soon with more revealing Clinton documents. There are still thousands of deleted emails from Clinton's private server that she refused to turn over to investigators that Assange could choose from. Let's hope he lets it all out. You can bet that Hillary Clinton isn't going to like it at all. Knowing her, she is thinking of ways to stop more of the truth coming out from WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. Let's hope Assange can stay safe. Lord knows Hillary Clinton has a long enough trail of bodies just in the past year, from Sean Lucas, to Seth Rich, Bernie Reisenant, Molly McCauley and others. We also know she already threatened to take Julian Assange out with a drone. It's time to put a stop to the Clinton corruption, don't you think? Maybe this was the calm before the storm that Trump was referring to. We'll all know soon enough. Tighten your belt, folks. Things are about to get interesting real soon. Just in time for Halloween. HT Conservative Tribune. Dear Patriots, please subscribe to our patriotic channel. Like and share this video so your friends can see it. Thank you. Breaking. WikiLeaks adds 6 Republicans bribed by Clinton to destroy Trump. WikiLeaks has released information that shows Hillary Clinton campaign staffers bribing 6 Republicans to destroy Trump. In an email from John Podesta to Huma Abedin, the pair discussed diverting Clinton campaign funds to various Republicans who were secretly on the Clinton payroll. ConservativeDailyPost.com reports. The email, sent in July of this year, describes how funds were being diverted from Clinton's campaign to the super PACs of Jeb Bush, Carly Fiorina, and John Kasich. According to the email, JB, CF, and JK PACs will be noticeably silent for the rest of the campaign. Each will receive a significant allowance from advertising budget. HRC is in the loop and has talked to all 3 personally. Eyes only. Other emails that surface but do not refer to anything other than title have also surfaced that raised eyebrows. It seems at a glance that the Clinton Foundation, or as I am calling it, the Pantsuit Mafia, has bought off several key members of the Republican Party to push the Clinton agenda. Such as, he is on board, will retract the invitation to speak. Eyes only. This email was dated days before Speaker of the House Paul Ryan withdrew the invitation to Donald Trump to speak at an event in Wisconsin. Even though we do not have the smoking gun to say it was him, no other logical conclusion can be assumed. Other emails hint at the money being moved to Republican elected officials in the House and Senate. For instance, FEC reports shows that 2 large donations from PACs and private sources late in early October went to John McCain right after he attacked Trump, publicly criticized Trump. That happened shortly after a slew of emails concerning moving money to support one candidate and move support from another. Shortly thereafter, his challenger in this tight race, Kirkpatrick, lost several key donors and money and support lessened from the DNC and the DSCC in the last few weeks of the race. The thing to note is that McCain is one of the lead sponsors of a committee to investigate any Russian influence into the election. Senator Lindsey Graham, another outspoken critic of Donald Trump and briefly candidate for president from July to December, also it seems received help from the Clintons. An email that simply states, cleared the road for him in 2020. Could mean that there will be no strong or supported Democrat in the South Carolina Senate race when Graham is up for re-election. As with McCain, Graham has publicly called for a look into the Russian influence in the election. There were a lot of politicians who were opposed to Donald Trump. These, in particular, all share a common bond. However, Trump humiliated them on stage in front of hundreds of millions of people around the world. This is more than just politics or conscientious objecting, this was revenge. Not just revenge. This is out-and-out treason. Our representatives took an oath to support our Constitution and its laws for our benefit, not theirs. This is why gridlock is prevalent in D.C. The treachery and the corruption are on both sides of the coin. Unfortunately, there is no way of knowing who the true Republicans are and who are the ones that are fronts for the Clinton machine, the Pantsuit Mafia. The number of emails is too overwhelming to easily sift through them all to find all of the turncoat trinos. We must be diligent to ferret out those that have sold their souls for power. The only hope that we have for transparency of the Clintons anytime soon rests in an audit carried out by the IRS. Behold, in recent days, there is a call to impeach the commissioner of the IRS. Interesting times we live in, to be sure. Only time and work on our part will push this audit forward. Even though Hillary lost the presidency, she is still a power behind the scenes with these revelations. With her Democratic allies in Pelosi and Schumer and her Republican lackeys in the form of Ryan and other Republicans, she will set the agenda and pull the strings. We the people will have no idea who is on our side and who is not. For the Clintons, it will mean that even though the American people are supporting Trump and making America great again, they will set the agenda. We will be left scratching our heads and wondering how the GOP and Trump cannot accomplish anything. Clinton will be in control without having to ever show her hand or be responsible to the people. The Soros-Clinton team will have killed the republic and we will never know until it is too late. This Russian news story perhaps is the ultimate coup for the Clinton camp. She does not even have to be the winner of the Electoral College vote to have gained power. Should enough electors defect to Hillary or name another candidate in their votes, electors are not legally bound to vote for their candidate, then that could throw the vote into the House and Senate. The suspicious part of this simply is this: on January 20th a new president will be inaugurated. The Constitution in the 25th Amendment spells out the line of succession. If there is still not a picked president, the vice president shall become president, Kane or Pence. If the Senate has not picked a vice president by noon on the 20th, the Speaker of the House shall become president. Coincidence? The Roman Republic lasted for centuries in the hands of the people before falling to become the Roman Empire. That change did not happen by foreign invasion or foreign intrigue. No barbarian or forceful enemy defeated that republic over 2,000 years ago. It was defeated from the inside by the treachery of the Senate and the blood of the slain Julius Caesar. Just as Caesar was stabbed in the back by men he thought were his allies, Trump is facing the same treachery. In the coming days and months, without our help and diligence, President Trump may also be gasping. Tu, Paul? Dear Patriots, please subscribe to our patriotic channel. Like and share this video so your friends can see it. Thank you. Busted shocking video just surfaced that will make Frederica Wilson drop to her knees and apologize to Trump. Someone needs to tell Congresswoman Wilson that if she plans to attack someone over something they said, make sure that you aren't on video saying the exact same thing. Last week, Frederica Wilson hit a new low for Democrats and criticized President Trump over a condolence call made to the widow of a fallen soldier. When President Trump called the widow of Sergeant Law David T. Johnson to tell her he was sorry for her loss, Congresswoman Wilson was eagerly listening in. Afterwards, Wilson made one of the most disgusting political decisions in history and reported her account of the phone call to CNN. Wilson claimed President Trump basically told Mrs. Johnson that her husband knew what he was getting into. Wilson went on to say, "For the president to say that this young man signed up for his own death is so insensitive." I guess Frederica Wilson forgot that she said the exact same thing when she spoke about the death of 2 FBI agents. This just proves that Frederica Wilson is a hypocrite and a fraud. It looks like someone owes our president a huge apology. Watch the video below.